Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook takes President Donald Trump to court after he moves to oust her from the board. At stake, the independence of the US central bank versus presidential power. Allegations of mortgage fraud, fierce denials, and a looming September Fed meeting where Cook's vote could shape the first rate cut in nearly a year. The clash, law, money, and power colliding. Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook has launched a legal challenge against US President Donald Trump after he announced plans to remove her from office. Cook's lawsuit, filed on August 28th in federal court in Washington, argues that Trump has no authority to oust her. Under US law, Fed governors can only be removed for cause, a standard never before tested in court. Cook's legal team says Trump's accusations of mortgage fraud, dating back to 2021 when she was an academic, do not meet that threshold. Cook denies any wrongdoing, calling the fraud allegations unsubstantiated. Her lawyers argue that even if true, they do not justify her removal. Cook's lawyers wrote in the lawsuit,
"It is clear from the circumstances surrounding Governor Cook's purported removal from the Federal Reserve Board that the mortgage allegations against her are pretextual in order to effectuate her prompt removal and vacate a seat for President Trump to fill and forward his agenda to undermine the independence of the Federal Reserve."
She is also seeking a temporary restraining order to keep her on the board while the case proceeds. Her lawsuit sets the stage for a legal showdown with far-reaching implications, not only for the Federal Reserve's independence, but also for presidential authority over institutions traditionally insulated from politics. The White House has defended the president's action. Spokesperson Kush Desai on August 28th said,
"The president determined there was cause to remove a governor who was credibly accused of lying in financial documents from a highly sensitive position overseeing financial institutions. The removal of a governor for cause improves the Federal Reserve Board's accountability and credibility for both the markets and American people."
The controversy stems from mortgage transactions dating back to 2021, before Cook joined the Fed. Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pult, a Trump appointee, raised the issue in August and referred it to Attorney General Pamela Bondi. Trump has publicly accused Cook of wrongdoing. In an August 25th letter to her, he wrote she had engaged in. Cook denies the allegations and emphasizes that even if proven, they do not constitute grounds for removal. Her attorneys stressed in filings, arguing that Trump is stretching the legal definition of cause far beyond precedent.
The president would not have cause to remove a Federal Reserve governor, even if he possessed smoking gun evidence that she just walked in college.
The case has been assigned to US District Judge Jia Cobb, an appointee of former President Joe Biden. No hearing has yet been scheduled, but Cook has filed for emergency relief to block her removal until the case is resolved. Meanwhile, earlier on August 26th, Trump said he has someone in mind to replace Lisa Cook, whom he is seeking to remove as a Federal Reserve governor.
Well, we have some very good people for that position, and I think we have some very good people. We're down to, I think I maybe in my own mind have somebody that I like, but I deal with Scott and I deal with Howard, and we're dealing with a lot of people actually that are going to be involved in that decision ultimately. It's a very important decision. You can find out those records. You can go check out the records yourself, and you should be doing that job. Actually, you wouldn't do that because that's not the kind of reporter you are. But you should be doing that job. I shouldn't have to be doing it. If you did your job properly, we wouldn't have problems like Lisa Cook.
The Supreme Court has recently sided with Trump in firing leaders of other independent agencies. But in May, the court signaled that the Fed may be different, calling it a uniquely structured institution with a tradition of independence. On August 27th, the Federal Reserve pledged to abide by the courts.
Lisa Cook has indicated through her personal attorney that she will promptly challenge this action in court and seek a judicial decision that would confirm her ability to continue to fulfill her responsibilities as a Senate-confirmed member of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System.
Cook's fate could also affect upcoming Fed policy. If she remains in office, she will be able to cast her vote at the Fed's September 16th 17 meeting, where policymakers are expected to deliver the first interest rate cut since December. Cook, appointed by President Biden in 2022, is the first black woman to serve on the Federal Reserve Board. Her lawsuit underscores the deepening battle between the White House and institutions once seen as shielded from partisan conflict, raising urgent questions about the future balance of power between the presidency and the US central bank. The fate of Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook has become a flashpoint in a growing power struggle between President Donald Trump and the US central bank. Trump has sought to remove Cook from the Fed's Board of Governors, citing allegations of falsified records in a mortgage application. Cook has rejected the claim, insisting the president lacks the grounds or authority to fire her. The move underscores an intensifying effort by the Trump administration to assert control over the Federal Reserve, an institution long regarded as insulated from partisan politics. Central banks are designed to manage monetary policy independently, setting interest rates and regulating the money supply to balance inflation, employment, and growth. Economists warn that political interference risks turning monetary decisions into short-term boosts timed to elections at the expense of long-term stability. Trump's confrontations with the Fed are not new. During his first term, he repeatedly attacked then-Chair Jerome Powell for not cutting rates fast enough. This April, Trump escalated tensions, posting online that Powell was too late and wrong on rate cuts and that his termination cannot come fast enough. By targeting Cook, Trump has brought the clash into sharper focus, raising fears among economists and financial markets about the erosion of central bank independence, a principle credited with keeping inflation low and stable for decades.